So, Battleborn came out. Pretty much an Overwatch clone, so pretty good. Would give it like a 4 out of 5 or something. But you don't want to hear about that, do you? No, you all know what came out, and you all know the crazy shit and controversy that surrounds it, and why stop there? You know, Jim Sterling said the PC version is even worse than the console versions and caused him actual physical pain, and give it a 1 out of 10. So let's really find out if it's that bad. I mean, come on, Jim. You've played shit like the Slaughtering Grounds. It can't be as bad or worse than that, can it? Oh dear. What have I got into? Well, no turning back now, so let's dive right into Homefront, the Revolution. No, can't do it. I can't do it. I've played it for like 2 hours and that's all I can take. You know, you would think after every shitty game that has come out over the past year, every broken model from Unity, every frame rate issue from Arkham Shite, every buggy broken mess of Far Cry Primal, and every cheap cash-in of Alone in the Dark Illuminations, you would think after all this, after all the games that have been called out like Ride to Hell, you would think that AAA would learn that something in this state is unacceptable.
This is in unacceptable condition! Unacceptable!
I don't even know where to begin. I mean, it starts out okay. You know, it looks like shit that could have easily been on the PS3, but not that bad. And while the first cutscene is boring and generic, it's still fine. Then we get out of the cutscene into the room. It's 30 frames per second, which, you know, most console games are, so it's average, but it's still okay. But then you get out into the streets. Oh god, then. First of all, the frame rate dips to like 20 FPS, sometimes even lower. And what the hell was that? Did you see that door? And as the game goes on, it gets worse and worse. Things lose any kind of structure and ragdoll. I mean, what the hell is wrong with her neck? And what's wrong with my leg? And the crates, the broken pieces just hover in the air for a few seconds, just to dissolve with this horrible artifacting. And once you get on a bike or any kind of fast moving thing, just forget it. I mean, it's not as bad as the 2 frames Arkham Knight Batmobile, but Christ, what is this shit? And this is only scratching the surface. I've not even gone into things like how there is only like, what, 4 or 5 player models in the entire game. Like, I've seen a few people touch up on this, but no one really notices it. But then DPS really brought it up, and we all know dipshit Phil. He likes to exaggerate things to an extreme degree. Oh, the jumping mechanics are bugged. I can't jump up this thing in Half-Life, so I've got to get a barrel. There's no hitbox on the King of Storms Dragon, even though there clearly is. And this 30 frames per second game's running at like 2 frames per second. Oh, Phil, calm your tits. I'm sure they only look slightly the same. You know, like in Skyrim or Fallout, where they might have the same face, but they have slightly different hair and beards and clothes to make them all look different. And holy shit, he's not exaggerating for once in his goddamn life.
Alright, so she's not wearing the dark makeup, but look, she's got a nose ring and multiple ear piercings. How edgy! Wait a minute, it's another... What the fuck? Wait a minute.
Take it easy. This doesn't have to become ugly.
Wait a minute! It's the same exact character model! What the fuck? Are you kidding me? It's the same girl. Look, she's wearing the same clothes, the same face. They couldn't even bother to put two different girl models next to each other.
This girl is the same as this girl. No change to the face or the clothes. Same with this guy. And then there's the game freezing every time a main mission loads or gets added to your checklist.
Yeah.
Christ, forget the forgettable music, as, you know, it's forgettable anyway. If this freezing keeps showing up every time a mission is added, we're gonna have to get the Windows Error song coming on. Then the AI can bug out and it just starts doing whatever it feels like, such as getting stuck on this corner and other things. Then there is... You know what? If we keep going, we're going to be here all day. Just... How do you do this? Who looked at this? Ugh.
For the first time in my life, I'm fucking speechless. I got nothing.
And I am. I'm fucking speechless. How? In 2016, after all the shit that has come out from AAA and Steam Greenlight, how do you still fuck this up? Like, surely these companies can look at shit like Ride to Hell and like The Slaughtering Grounds and take them as a how not to do this guide. Like, no one at that company, both in fact, no one, not a single person at Deep Silver or Dam Busters could have looked at this and thought it was passable in any way. Like, this is how I imagine testing went down. Wow, we just finished this game and we just got to put it on a disc, but we need someone to beta test it. But we ain't got a Q&A department. Oh, hey, janitor man, Mo the janitor, come over here and play this game. Tell us what you think. And because, you know, Joe is a janitor and he's never played a game in his life because it's just all about cleaning floors, Joe's like...
10 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 100 out of 100, best game.
And then they're like... Oh, okay, thanks Joe, you really helped us there. Print it, get it on a disc, get that shit out in stores. So, I'm just going to move on to the final verdict here, while I fill up the bathtub and get a toaster. So, my final verdict for Homefront, the frame rate revolution, is, and here's a surprise, a absolutely fucking awful 1 out of 5.
It's awful.
It's all fucking awful! It's all of it!
Pretty much. The only thing that is barely passable, and I mean barely, is the generic PS3 graphics. The rest of it is just lazy with the copy-pasting of the 4 character models they stitched together, poorly optimised with the god-awful frame rate dips and freezes, or broken with the crappy AI and ragdoll physics. And, you know, when I saw Jim's video of him dancing around the broken AI with the silly music, it made me laugh, and I thought, Oh man, we're gonna have another Sonic 06 or Ride to Hell on our hands. So bad that it's funny. I'm gonna capture so many funny moments like this. I might even do a full playthrough for YouTube and see how silly it can get. But you have to put up with a lot of shit to get a funny glitch. And even when you do get a funny moment, it does not feel satisfying because of all the shit that you had to put up with just to see it. So, rather than a Sonic 06 so bad it's good, it's more of a Sonic Boom so bad that you want to kill yourself. Which is funny because Sonic Boom was also achieved with CryEngine, just like this game. No, hold on. Wait a minute. Maybe this is the master plan of the CryEngine, to have all these shitty games made on their engine to run them into the ground and then launder the insurance money into an offshore account. Clever bastards. Anyway guys, this game has given me major clinical depression, so I'm going to join Pyrocynical and throw myself under a bus. But before I do, let's all thank God for Jim Sterling for providing some footage for this video. But more importantly, let's all give a very big hand to James and Robert Ramin for taking the next step from making shitty indie games on Steam to making shitty AAA games under their new AAA company of Dambuster Studios.